So before I travel anywhere, I get really excited about going. Like in the weeks leading up to the travel, I like to think about it and plan, and I really want to get started on my travel journal. But it's like, well, how do you work on your travel journal when you actually haven't traveled yet, when you haven't gone out yet?
Hello, I'm Carolee.
And I'm Charles.
We're an old married couple who enjoys traveling, cooking, and having adventures.
Together, we enjoy all the wonderful things the world has to offer.
Join us as we discover the wonder about us. Chin chin.
So I like to do things like I will, here's a good one. I will decorate the cover like this one, Egypt, Land of the Pharaohs 2023. But I will also like to put maps in them. And before leaving, I will almost always put a map into my journals so that, get this started like weeks in advance so I can get excited about the trip. Here's the map from Egypt. This is all the places that we went to in Egypt, and this is our voyage to the Baltic Sea here. This is one of my favorites. I really like the way this one came out with the silver letters and that sort of thing. And this was actually in the cover. So there's our Expedition al Canal de Panama. So when we transited the Panama Canal, that's the map that I started with. And then this one is actually one of my favorites right here. It is, let's see if I can find the page. Our expedition to Volcano Island, where we went with our friends in the Philippines and we scaled that Taal volcano on this island in the middle of the lake. The island has since erupted, and you can't go back there yet since the eruption, but fortunately we got to go up it just like a year or two before it erupted. And for my journals, I really like this Moleskine Japanese album. It makes these really long accordion pages. So you have the option of doing spreads that cover across multiple pages, like the maps and or things like that, or you can do like continuous work. I don't really have any examples of that in these albums, but you can do continuous streams from page to page. It actually gives you the option of working in a much larger page than you would if you're simply working in a single page album. Before we get started, we're going to need some supplies. Let's get started. So I made the map on Google Maps. It's got our entire route laid out on it with all of our stops. And I need to transfer this to the album. I don't know how well this is showing up on camera because these lines are pretty faint. So that's it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to ink it in really quickly with a super fine liner. Let me get rid of this thing. And this is going to the trash now because it's a mess. So the next thing I want to add is I've got tags here for the state labels. Put them down, tape them in place, and then I'm going to trace them through, overwrite them so that they'll leave behind their marks. Okay, now we're going to sketch in a couple of like icons, places we're going to, things like that, just to kind of get them, just to give the map some life. We're here, we're stopping in Cabazon, and we're going to visit the Cabazon dinosaurs. All right, now we're ready for paint. We're gonna work in watercolors. I've got, this is my go-to set that I take everywhere. Let's put it down there. 2 yellows, 2 reds, 2 blues, 1 green, 3 earth tones, yellow ochre, red sienna, burnt umber, and 2 blacks, a Payne's gray and an ivory black. So I have decided on the colors I'm using here. I'm going with a political map instead of trying to do some sort of geographical map, that sort of thing, because the political map will just be easier to do. I don't have a lot of time, so I want to focus on getting finished. And working with acrylics is quite a bit different than working with watercolors. We're going to do the lettering now, which is pretty painstaking. Each one of these letters is going to be covered with silver acrylic. 2 coats. Now, all that's done, we get to go back and do it all over again. That was a lot of letters to paint twice. It looks messy, I mean, in some places, but I embrace the imperfection. After that all dries, I'm going to go back and outline the letters on one side so that they look like there's a cast shadow. But before I do that, while I'm waiting for it to dry, I want to come through and paint some of these icons. First, I'm going to do the UFO because it's going to be silver, and I have silver out. I'm going to go with a little bit bigger brush. I'm covering more area here. And again, just like the letters, I'm gonna outline afterwards. So if I smudge it a little bit, it's okay. Did you catch that? And this is the Colorado River. I know the Colorado River is green, but I like to represent water with blue. Now we're gonna do Timmy the Dino. The last time I was in Cabazon, Dinny the Dino was painted pink. So that's what we're gonna do. We're going to paint him pink. And there's our Carlsbad Caverns bat. Next step is we've got to go and fix up any fine lining that needs to be done. So the really fine marker, I'm gonna do that, fix up any of that. And then we need to put drop shadows underneath all of these letters. So we're almost done with the home stretch. So really the only things that need cleanup on the fine lining, I think, well, yeah. So Colorado River just needs a little bit of, oops, that's the wrong pen. Huh. Almost messed it up right now. So Colorado River wants to be re-outlined because I added, it's going around the bend there. Alien needs eyes. And then these coins need to be edged on the bottom. All right. Now, at a 1/2 millimeter, this one's much thicker. We're gonna do, we're actually gonna go, I already did the T in Texas here, so I'm just gonna go and hit the shadow side. So the bottom left of every, or the bottom right of everything. And I've already washed my brushes, but I botched this. Oh, a little bit. There we go. All better. And that's it. That's our map of the American Southwest as prepared for our upcoming road trip to Carlsbad Caverns.